Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's Panorama National League South clash between Tonbridge Angels and Bar City, live from the Halcyon Wealth Longmead Stadium. I'm Mark Stillman, commentating throughout with Chris Chappell on summarising duties. These two teams had contrasting fortunes last Saturday. While City were recording their biggest opening day win at this level, Tonbridge was suffering their biggest day one defeat in National League South, losing 5-1 at Kent rivals Ebbsfleet. They'll be looking to put that right, while the Romans will be trying to push on and heap more misery on a backline drained of confidence, having conceded 4 inside half an hour at the start of the new season. As you can tell, we're slightly delayed here this afternoon. The Bar City players were stuck in the traffic on the M4 and M25, which has also delayed my co-commentator, who's just making his way up now. But I can give you the team news. Bar City are unchanged, and Tonbridge Angels have made 3 changes from last week's 3 crushing defeat at Ebbsfleet United. We're going to have a minute's applause as well before the kick-off as well. This is in memory of those who have lost their lives in the last 18 months or so since the COVID-19 outbreak, and I will break up now as the PA announcer explains the reason for this delay.
Colin Boswell, Barry Marchant, Jimmy Kirk, Dick Baldwin, Doug Edgar, Chris Clark, Peter Lovell, Peter Brown, Jeff Colderhead, Peter Wilson and Sam Britton.
There we go, a nice healthy round of applause, and what looks like a pretty strong crowd as you'd expect. Over 500 days since Tonbridge played in front of fans. Chris Chappell has managed to make his way all the way here from South Wales. He was stuck in the horrendous traffic as well, so not the ideal preparation for us. I'll bring him in a moment as the players now drop and the knee, which is warmly applauded here in Kent as well. So a much delayed start. Tonbridge get the game underway. They're attacking from right to left on the screens. We're watching the highlights back. 2 covered terraces here, identical. And Tonbridge finally get this game underway, as it's a long one from Miles over to the left-hand side, looking for Olatade, and Jones heads it forward, where Hudson gets an early touch, and Jones and Smith get in each other's way, and it goes behind for a Bar City throw. Welcome, Chris.
Good afternoon, thanks for having me.
Olatade's got the other side of Gehring now, tries to play across. It's tamed straight into the hands of Ryan Clark. He held off the Bar City captain a little bit too easily for my liking, the man who's making his first start for the club. Trying to make an early impression.
Yeah, he just seemed to run out of room, did Olatade, and then by the time he actually hooked it goalwards, the angle was...
Smith's playing it behind now. Cook, he's onside to the left-hand side, bearing down a goal, and he's taken it! He always takes it! Cody Cook! It was an incisive ball from Eddie Jones, and after Tonbridge had a little brief glimmer going forward, Bar City showed them how to take their chances. Cody Cook left-footed, 16 yards out, 8 minutes. Tonbridge 0, Bar City 1. Cody Cook cannot stop scoring.
Yeah, play went from one end to the other there, and Cook, the danger man, got the ball on the left side of the penalty area, and cool as you like, just played it low into the far corner, beat the keeper, John Henley, and 1-0 to the Romans early on.
Tom Richards is still waiting to come on. Yes, Mo Torre, well, that's an early blow after a great start for Bar City. Mo Torre must be injured. You wouldn't replace a player like that. So 9 minutes gone, we've got 1 goal and 1 substitution. Their first visit here since 2014 is going their way at the moment. Team City haven't lost to, never lost to them here. They were only a couple of visits. 1975 last time Tonbridge beat them. Is Holness now down the right side in too much room. Floats it towards the penalty spot. Richards goes up for the header. Might arrive to Cook on the far side, and O'Sullivan was brave to head it away. And he goes in a crunching challenge, and the left-footed ball from Freer. Holness couldn't quite connect with it on the far post. Loft, he's given away though to Freer, 30 yards out, eyeing up his options. Freer, he might fancy a shot, he does. And goalkeeper Henley's allowed to watch it go past post. They took a slight deflection. He's going to try and dribble it away. Out of trouble. With just over 10 minutes and a half remaining, he's had to backtrack a bit. There's a real muddle really as Modest has got in the way. It's now a Turner on the edge of the box. Turner shoots and he floats it just over the edge of the, just over the angle of post and crossbar. Good effort though from Turner. Didn't really have time to place. Also in Kent, as Fletcher is challenged fairly according to the referee. Parkinson, City can break now. Smith plays it to Cook, down the corner of the penalty area. Cook shoots straight down the throat there of the well-positioned goalkeeper. and he holds on to it well.
Good shot from Cook. Tested the keeper, but a bit too straight.
As onside is Smith-Joseph now, bearing on goal on the left-hand side. Smith-Joseph shoots into the side netting, and Gehring did well to sort of block the angle of a decent shot, and Clark had it covered. He still have a few words on Atade.
Just getting to his mind, didn't he?
He played so well last week, Gehring. As Cook gets a flick on, but Miles reads the danger and clears it before Fletcher can react. Wood wins ahead on halfway, but only to Turner. Tonbridge can try and break down the right-hand side, their right-hand side, but Gehring's giving chase with his good friend Atade, and two getting a real pickle with one another, and in the end it goes out play for a goal kick. Oh, he's lashed out actually on Atade at Gehring, who definitely had a word. He's giving him a bit of trouble. I think he'll only be a yellow. But you said about getting into the mind of him, he clearly has. Long clearance from Henley, goes straight through to Ryan Clark, the opposition goal. I definitely didn't see a board, but we don't need one because that is the end of the first half. And it's Cody Cook's goal in 8 minutes, which separates the teams. Eddie Jones with the assist, a good through ball, and Cook with a clinical finish right across Henley inside his bottom left post. Second half is underway. Power City now attacking from right to left. As O'Sullivan turns inside, lost it far too easily up the field. He's now got to retreat a little bit. Holness has got it. Oh, really clever ball inside to Fletcher down the left-hand side. Cook's waiting in the middle, as is Richards. His ball takes deflection, and it just about lands straight into the hands of Henley, with Richards unable to capitalise.
Yeah, beautiful pass from Holness, just carved open the right side of the Tonbridge defence.
Fletcher near the edge of the box. Fletcher's going to bend one over the top of the bar. It all started on its left-hand side when Modeste went down under a challenge of Wood. The referee waved round. I didn't see too much wrong with it, and Fletcher, from 20 yards out, couldn't quite get his angles right. Turner, good player at this level. He scored against us in the past for Wealdstone. He's got the ball now, 30 yards out. Turner finds another shot. Now it's Hudson. Good strong turn on the other box from Wood. Now Turner, he's got no room to shoot. Modeste in the corner of the penalty area, getting towards the byline. A good, well-timed challenge from Wood. It had to be. It's behind for a corner, but a few little scares for our City this half. It's an awkward one. Clark is backtracking. He looked and fouled in the air, and the referee agrees. It's been flattened actually from left. And Smith's over the top of this free kick, throwing just over 30 yards out. Just a one-man wall. Smith floats it quite deep. Goalkeeper should get there. He punches under pressure from Fletcher. Appeals for a foul. Not given. Fletcher keeps it in play down the left. Teasing O'Sullivan, trying to get near the byline. It's blocked. Flair plays it across, and now it's Gehring who went in for the shot. He's won a corner. Modeste is now running forward near the edge of the box. It's a good run. Had to get that right, Gehring, and he did. It's bounced out to Loft, 30 yards out. It's now to Smith-Joseph on the left-hand side. Faced from Jones, Smith-Joseph sends in a ball, Battens there first, and slices it behind for Tonbridge corner. But Gehring had to get that challenge right, and did. 20 minutes left, City lead 1-0. Cody Cook on 8 minutes of this late start. We should be approaching full time, but we're not. We've got a little while to go yet. As Turner picks it out 25 yards out, he lines up a shot. It's a low one, and well watched from Ryan Clark. As we said earlier about the skiddy conditions, that could have embarrassed him, but he's gathered it well. And in fact, on my notes, that's Tonbridge's first effort on target of the game. Back to Hudson. City got every player again to deep. It's Tonbridge doing all the pressing at the moment. The right-footed shot on the edge of the box is blocked. Now with Guerfi. Smith-Joseph, that's a good ball, but Gehring was there to read it. Jones over the top of this corner. Provider Bassett first, going to take it actually on his wrong foot, his left foot. This will be interesting.
I've done this before. Something like
No, he's changed his mind. Must have heard you. He's gone right-footed. Well, it could have been likewise left foot one. He's right along the grind. Smith with a volley through a crowd of bodies, and it's well watched from goalkeeper Henley. Could scare City with a good delivery now. 3 minutes remaining. City lead 1-0. Beer's ball. It is good. Oh, it's gone flash right across everybody in the box. That was an excellent delivery from Beer. I think he's asking why nobody gambled on it. And there's a bit of pushing and shoving in the box now between Smith-Joseph and Jones were involved. Clark is down injured and all this. Turner's in there. The referee's calling on Bassett physio. I mean, in that whole crowd of bodies, I'm not sure whether there was a flailing arm which caught Clark, who was down. Is floated forward towards Smith-Joseph now. This is a chance. It's well snuffed out from Gehring. Still with Beer though near the edge of the box. That was a little opening for Tonbridge. They couldn't make the most of it. It's now with Parkinson on the right side. They're pushing numbers forward as Ball in, Gehring with a diving header almost on the penalty spot, gets it away. Bar City have got every player within 30 yards of their own goal. As Partington sends a dangerous one, Gehring again with a header. He's barely missed anything in the air this afternoon. I don't think he will this season. This Modesta's now got it near the corner of the penalty area on the left. Floated ball in is charged down from Smith. City could try and break now with Cook, but he's going to try and hold it up and expertly wins a foul off Modeste. But O'Sullivan's got room on the right side. Maybe City were distracted by that attempt with O'Sullivan now. He's got an overlapping run of Turner. He's finding Holness has got to help back the defence at the moment because City lead 1-0. Turner with a ball on the Turner, diving header away from Smith. There's only a try of Beer on the edge of the box. Beer turns inside of Harley. He's won a free kick. 22 yards from goal. Harley's going to be booked and leaving her foot in. Pretty nasty on the shin. And Turner, I think, will fancy this. This could be Tonbridge's last chance. Clark organises his wall, hearts fluttering in the Bar City back line. They lead 1-0. This is one of the last chances of the game. Turner over the wall and over the bar. Relief in the commentary box, relief from the Bar City players. But that pretty much sums up Tonbridge's afternoon. They haven't tested Ryan Clark enough. I thought that was a really good position to at least test the goalkeeper. We're still playing. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time. That's the end of stoppage time. Bar City may have arrived late here at Longmead, but they made a quick start, and that was all that separated the teams. Cody Cook's goal on 8 minutes, an assist from Eddie Jones. Another clinical finish from the Bar City number 9, who's continuing on from his decent form in pre-season. Tonbridge, in terms of possession, there wasn't too much difference in it between they and Bar City, but they posed next to no threat because Bar City defended supremely well yet again. 2 clean sheets at the start of the season. For the first time since 2005, the back three of Gehring, Button and Wood, not much got past them, and perhaps the biggest scare they had was that free kick at the end. City got bodies in the way, and I think effort alone, they deserved the 3 points this afternoon, Chris.
Yeah, defence is definitely on top in that game. As we heard earlier, Harry Hudson, the left back for Tonbridge, was their man of the match. And for Bath, I mean, Gehring and Wood in particular, real standouts at the back there. It was good to see Batten as well because he went off injured last week, so thankfully that wasn't a long-term thing.
So thanks very much for joining us this afternoon here at Tonbridge Angels, where devilish finish from Cody against the Angels separates the teams this afternoon. It's Cook in the mix. It was a long journey, a delayed journey, but early start, fresh start means that Bar City come away with 3 points and their best start to the season for 6 years. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday, 28th of August, we're home to Chelmsford City. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll be back next week.